And such. Oh, the nail. That's actually kind of a neat starting item. It's a shame that all of our stats are terrible from the look of things. Yeah, but at least we got the nail. We got something that allows us to do the thing. We'll be able to use it, and then we can break every single rock in the room. We can go into every single room if we so desire, and I do desire these things quite frequently. We didn't take damage from the first 2 rocks in the world, and we got a whole bunch of free coins. So far, I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. Waiting to use my nail until we get to like a room where it sort of makes sense to use, I suppose. Oh, that's kind of cool. That is also pretty neat. I'm also waiting with using that pill because I don't trust it. I don't trust it very much. And I'd rather not have it be a silly billy and, you know, make me sad. Like, what if it's like bad trip? It will hurt my feelings. And even though I'm currently at 3 hearts after using the nail once, I'd still rather not immediately risk it. I'd rather wait a little bit. I'd rather wait just a little bit. I like how this eye is now just sort of floating around though. It's like, it's kind of fun. It's actually surprisingly good so far at occasionally shooting in the right direction for something that sort of just moves diagonally through a room forever. So I'm pretty happy about that, pretty stoked. This is also pretty great. I like how he's very close to rocks, and every time I hit him, he flies all the way to the right. I have 1 bomb, and I don't particularly want to waste it on this random fly dude, so I hope you guys are tucked into your seatbelts so good, like, because the excitement has only just begun, because we're not really dealing damage either. Like, our damage is pretty ridiculously low right now. So this may take a day, or 5, but one day, this fly is gonna be dead, and we can continue with this exciting run of Binding of Isaac Rebirth. I'll pick up that battery once it's recharged again. That seems like a good idea. Because every time you use the nail, you get an extra soul heart, and that's kind of cool. And I want to get as many hearts as possible, because if we don't get something that allows us to attack, at least it'll take a while for us to die. And that's kind of nice. That's kind of good. That's the nice stuff right there. Indeedly do. If we can get a battery or something, that'll be pretty rad. That's a lot of red hearts. If we had a dark bomb, that room would be amazing. But we don't have a dark bomb, so that room's not that amazing. I could have dodged that, I feel. I could have dodged that attack right there by just moving better, but I didn't. And I could have dodged that spider as well, but let's just say that many mistakes were made this day. And I'm not overly proud of my achievements so far. There we are. That's a big old room. Now we're ready to destroy some fires, because we're almost at 15 coins. And when we got 15 coins, we can guarantee to buy something in the shop. And without 15 coins, we might not have enough money, and we only have 1 key as well. 14, I'm just gonna risk it because I could just always buy my donation machine. A bibble and a ladder. And another key. I'll buy the key, I'll buy the soul heart. And we'll leave it at that for now. I don't think I particularly want anything else there. So there you go. I'm just gonna clear out that final room in case there's like a bunch of rocks in there. There might be a tinted rock in there, and that would be good. I fall for this so often. You never should move to the middle, but I so very often do. And it's quite silly when you do that, because you will always take damage. The rocks are pretty much always faster than you. Only when you're flying does that actually not harm you, I do think. But I'll fall for it every time, because moving through the middle is a lot nicer than not moving through the middle. So it seems like a better idea. I think I'll use my nail in the boss room. Like, that seems like a pretty decent idea. Because I think you deal more damage with the nail active. I think you do. I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like you probably do. I think your tears are bigger at least, so there's that to consider. And we're fighting the Black Widow as well. She's all scary with their spidery spawnies. I don't like those very much. They're very scary and spooky. Especially when they decide not to get squashed immediately by the Black Widow's big old spider body. So, there you go. I'm a little bit worried about this right now already with all these spiders that are currently on this particular room. I don't like this at all, actually. I don't like what's going on in this particular incident at all. Also, the nail deals a very marginal amount of damage when you touch people with it while it's active, which is kind of cool. So that hurt the Black Widow a little bit over there, which is kind of nice, I suppose. That was an exciting battle, and I am kind of glad we started off with the nail, because god, our tears though. Our tears are so slow and silly. So slow, so silly. It was bad trip as well. Also, we made a weird noise when we got hit there. We made like the famine shooty attacky noise, and I wasn't quite prepared for that sound in my life. So there you go. That was an exciting tip, an exciting thing that I just told you, and you're all excited now. There was a tinder rock there, in case you didn't notice. I noticed it for once. Anarchist cookbook. Always good. Especially when you need to break 2 pots, and... let's be honest, I'm not really following the rules that much anymore. I mean, I'm always just using the items as well, not just picking them up. No longer really following the rules of just sticking with the item I have. But I usually at least take it with me to the next floor, you know? I got that going for... I'm sort of following some rule set somewhere along the line to make the game at least a little bit different from everyone else's game. Mostly I'm just trying to think of more ways to make the game a little bit more interesting for myself as well, though. I am really curious about the DLC, though, because I've been reading about things and it sounds like it's going to be a hoot. So, if that can just come out now, that would be nice. Yeah. There's another room. At least we don't have to use as many keys so far. I quite like that. Should I save up for the BFF? I feel like I should, because I can make this singular, like, movie eye thingy a bit better, so that'll be great, right? Oh god, this is awful. Spiders and one of those explodey bomb people is not a hoot. It's the opposite of a hoot is what it is. I actually thought this was a bad trip pill, but it very much isn't. It actually very much isn't, and I quite like that. I like it when it's not a bad trip at all. Because bad trip is kind of miserable for everybody involved. Oh my god, I'm not dealing damage. I need 3 shots to kill any of these spiders. It's making me kind of sad. I actually thought that I shot enough to kill that one, and that's why I came closer to it, but no. I am very, very frail, very weak, and not very strong, and other such words. So, yeah, this is one of those rooms where it's like, good. Let's have a bunch of enemies that spawn other enemies, and have one of them be a champion as well, for the real maximum fun. And that's what we're having right now. Maximum spider goodness. Joyous joy. We are living the dreams. For someone who likes to dream of spiders being everywhere, covering their entire rooms. Because not many other dreams are really quite as applicable to our current situation. But the dreams about spiders, those are currently very applicable to our current living situation. Because let's be honest, not much else is going on currently. I hope we get, what am I hoping for? I guess I want the Pact. Something that makes me shoot faster, because I am getting mad. This is driving me mad and insane, because it takes so long to kill anything. It takes so long, and now there's a room with 4 different enemies left that still spawn spiders. I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to deal with this, but we gotta stay alive. Gotta stay alive after all. And that's one less to get rid of. I am excited by what we're dealing with right now. Like, we've got enough health to survive for a while at least. Even if I do start, like, being super scary, chaotic, like, it doesn't really matter too much because we got the health for it. Then these guys are spawning spiders exactly when I'm trying to throw bombs at them, which is perfect. It's lovely. At least I got the range up so I can just shoot them from the other side of the room. So I got that going for me. And I managed to kill one of those. One of the movie ones. One of the ones that moves. That's why it's called a movie one. And, that's good. I wonder what those white balls are actually supposed to represent. The ones that, like, grow and spit out spiders. Because I never actually looked at, like, actually thought about this. Like, what are those things, actually, that just spit out spiders all the time? Are they, like, spider eggs? Weird spider eggs that can sometimes be red and should be, like, tear eggs? And sometimes be green and be explosion eggs? Because that's a fairly large quantity of different egg types available to this video game right here. I'm gonna run through this. Man, not a single coin. Those things are supposed to be bombarded with moolah everywhere. And instead, there was a very large non-quantity of moolah. There was a large non-quantity, if that's even a word. It probably is. Pretty much everything in the English language is a word. So you can just say just about anything and people will probably understand you. If they speak every word in the language, or are able to associate various tones to make different words that way. And if you can do that, well done. You are now English. Huzzah! I don't like this room either. I mean, this room's probably not gonna hurt me because because we got that eye thing floating around through the room, and that one saved us right there. But it's still a stupid little room. It's stupid. Ugh. I don't like it anymore. I'm gonna call my agent and say that I never want to see that room again. Because it offended me on a deeply personal level, and I want it out of the game. And I think if we ask nicely enough, we can take like a screenshot, maybe a photo of our monitor at that point in the video. Maybe send that to Edward Norton, who is the creator of the game, and was also someone who was in a fight club once. If we send the picture to Edward Norton, then I think he can remove it from the game for us. And that would be good, because I don't want to see that room ever again. I don't want to experience that room in my life once more. I don't want to. This is awful. I actually missed enough tears for this guy not to be dead. Oh god, can I even kill this guy with the damage we're dealing? Oh god. This is what is just like a perfect representation of just being miserable. This is what this build is right now. It's just nothing. Nothing at all. Should I even bother with this room? I don't know. I have the bombs to blow all those guys up. I guess I could do that. I don't really have the hearts to deal with this guy right now, so he's gonna go. I don't really have the coins to deal with him, probably. Let's just get rid of everyone. It's not like we're using bombs for anything right now anyway. Like, most of our bombs are just being used to kill enemies, because we can just use the nail to get rid of most things in rooms, which is nice. That's one of the nice things about the nail, you get to destroy a lot of things. But if we get Leo, then the nail becomes a lot less useful. Although then it's pretty much just a Book of Revelations that doesn't spawn angry horse people. That's kind of cool too, I guess. Come on, Pin. Yeah, I hit him with the bomb for once. I did the thing. And that saved a fairly large quantity of time right there that we no longer need to spend on fighting this boss. I probably should have like looked into charging my nail first before going in here thinking about it, because if there's like 3 things I can take in this devil deal, or even 2, and one of them doesn't give me soul hearts or something like that, then I could have like picked up the item and then used the nail immediately, and then I probably won't be dead. Or yeah, we could just do it like that, I guess. This is pretty nice. At least we're shooting a little bit quicker now because of those like the sticky things. And yeah, good stuff. Oh, tears up as well. Oh, we're getting somewhere. We're getting a thing. We're getting things right now. That's pretty alright. I don't mind that too much. I'm actually gonna take that because our health situation is less than desirable, and I don't like my health situation being less than desirable. 12 minutes, basement 2, pretty good. Pretty good. I guess I'll just take both. And I'll see if I can get some coins from that one room with the things in it. And then everything's gonna be swell. Yeah? This room. Swellness. Swellness ahoy. Look at that. That's getting our coins back right there. Swallow penny as well. I was kind of hoping for a quarter. Quarters are cool. Can we get more quarters in this game? Like, we only get them occasionally and not when I want them. But at least we got the swallow penny now. We got a heart container, so if we find another arcade room, then that'll be pretty cool. We could play with that for a bit. And we got damage, we got tear rate, which we didn't have previously. Like, we really didn't. And our tears are going through enemies because we got the scythes, and everything's looking pretty great right now. Money's coming out of us when we take damage, so we can actually buy some more things and just soul hearts every now and again. We've already touched the guppy piece. We just got 2 soul hearts from that thing. Everything's, you know what I'm saying? I think you know what I'm saying. Look at this. Larry Jr., more like Larry dead. Nah. I wish you could have a hazmat suit in this game. I wish you could have a hazmat suit and just destroy mushrooms that way without taking damage. I hope that's an item in the DLC. A hazmat suit for little Isaac. Because I want to be able to destroy mushrooms with my Leo or other such bodies, and currently I cannot do that. I'll go through that room later. And I actually know how to get through that room now. Now that I've actually played around with it once in my life. But I still don't really want to deal with it. This room's weird. This is like a really, really large arcade room. but not quite the same. That's very odd. I don't think I've ever seen that room before. Every now and then you just come across those weird little rooms, which seem to appear virtually never compared to the millions of rooms that do appear just everywhere all the time. And it's always quite unusual, isn't it? It's always quite unusual. Do I want this? I have a lot of keys, but we could try and go for Gup Gup. And I'm tempted to go for Gup Gup myself. That seems like the better of choices currently. Though I might take that Swallow Penny again to play with that blood donation machine once. Although our bomb situation is low. Though we don't need bombs for secret rooms anymore, so there is that, I suppose. I don't know. I don't know what a good idea is. I don't know what good ideas even are anymore. I pretty much only use my bombs for mushrooms at this point anyway. Come on, magic. Ah, that's not magic at all. It's not magic at all, mate. How am I supposed to do magic without a mushroom here and there? I can't do magic right now. And I don't know how to live my life, man. Right? In it. Oh god. More scary people. At least with the large quantity of keys I currently have in my possession, I can go into rooms like this and get another 4. So at least we can re-roll things in this floor, so that's kind of cool. Re-rolling's fun. I like it. But I don't think I want that. I think I'd rather re-roll that in the hopes that it becomes something more interesting. It's not a bad item, definitely not, but I'd rather have something that has the more potential of interestingness. Not using the nail yet because I don't want to. That's my reasoning. Hey, that's a hit we didn't need to take, but it's also the kind of room where I would like to use my nail. And I probably shouldn't, well, I was gonna say I probably should have used it before I, like, killed Larry Jr. or whatever his name is, but I'm gonna end up just, like, going to get the battery immediately anyway. Look at that! Guppy's head. Loving it. Totally worth. Probably should have picked up that lucky rock as well before I used it there, but oh well. Hey, look at this room. This is the kind of room where I want to use this thing, because now we can just go through the rocks and not have to be worried about all these scary things in here. And we can just destroy all the rocks. And again, should have picked up that lucky rock, but I didn't, because I'm a big old Dumbo. But we might still find a ladder, which we didn't, but we could have, and that's why it was worthwhile. I could have had 15 coins now, but we don't. We don't have that, but I could have. And I could still go back to that one machine thing, get it from there, but I'm just gonna get the single coin from here. See? That's a coin. Yep. And I bet you were all thinking, ha, silly gar, but look at that. I got my bomb-shaped coin right there, and it's gonna work. Trust me. I will be able to buy whatever my heart desires in this shop. Because my heart doesn't really desire any of these things. And that's why it technically counts as buying everything my heart desires. Boom. Technically correct. Good enough for me. Yeah, alright, cool. Buying the husk today. I'm using my nail to do that slight amount of extra damage maybe. Maybe occasionally walk into them when I'm feeling saucy. And maybe occasionally kill a spider by walking into them. At least I only have to hit spiders twice now with this build, so that's kind of nice. That's kind of cool. See, that spider died because I walked into it. That's what happened. Probably shouldn't have picked up that box thinking about it, but oh well, it's too late for that now. Yeah, okay. Yeah, alright. I'll take that. I'm kind of glad that I didn't need to re-roll that, because I mean, I'm still technically able, but I don't think I'd be able to get back in there. Should I take that battery? I think I'd rather go for Guppy, because we've already touched 2 Guppy pieces already, so it seems wiser to go for the Gup Gup right now. And then maybe throw it away later? I don't know. I don't know. Alright, number 4, what did you make? You made junk. But oh well. I still value it a little bit over Maggie's. Oh yeah, this thing is rerollable as well, of course. Forgot about that. I actually just completely blanked out on that. That was also an item that existed on this floor. I didn't think there were other items on this floor, were there? No, I don't think so. Yes, there were, but I can't actually afford any of them. I just want to make sure that the stopwatch is in here. Ah, this one didn't actually re-roll. That's weird. I guess maybe they actually need to be on pedestals. Like, you actually need to have bought them and have them, like, show up on a pedestal before they can be re-rolled by number 4. Weird. I don't know how these things work. I don't know what I'm doing. Whatever. We're at 18 minutes. Caves 2. That's pretty good. It's pretty much the speediest of Isaac video runs that anyone's ever done in their lives. Ever. So, I'm glad that everyone's proud of me. currently. Do I want to go for that? Maybe. If I can teleport out of that room, I guess I might go for that. But right now, I'm not overly inclined, really. I'm not so overly inclined to go for that situation. But if I can teleport out of there, then I might consider it. What a strange series of rooms. It's just a lot of emptiness. A lot of empty spaces. Finally, there's enemies. There were like 5 empty rooms there. I mean, I don't mind. I wouldn't mind if I just had an Isaac run where there were just no enemies. Just not even bosses, just like a wander through the basement. That would be kind of fun. But other than that, I don't know. It was an old situation is what it was. Okay. Now I don't know if I want to keep the hand. I'm actually genuinely not sure if I want to keep the hand right now because golden chest could be fun. I could get a head. I could get Tricket's head, which would give me more damage. Do we really need more damage? We're already guppy with like scythes. We don't really need anything else anymore. I'm mostly just going to my item room to see if there's like an item I haven't picked up yet because there's still that D4 which we've never gotten so far. And I kind of want to see that at some point, so I need to check my item rooms for that. And there's Dad's key, which I still never have actually picked up, apparently, I believe. And there were some other items which I've forgotten. I wrote them down once, but I think I closed that document and never actually saved it. That's fine, because we'll just get it by round. Like, we still need to get Meat Boy anyway, and that's still going to take like a year. I don't know what I should actually do about that. Like, I'm actually sort of tempted to at some point just... Maybe when I die next time, I'll actually just try and reset until I get, like, Book of Revelations or, like, a really ridiculous build again or something like that. Like, actively try to go for just the most ridiculous things. Like, that could be a fun thing to do. And it would also, like, get me the remaining things a lot quicker, I think. And as long as there's no release date for the Isaac DLC, I'm not too bothered. But if, like, the end is coming near, that I'd rather be playing, like... Man, we're getting every guppy piece now. If I, like, I want to play the DLC stuff pretty much as quickly as possible, obviously. So... if I'm still trying to get Platinum God when that's out, like, I don't want that to be a thing. I don't want that to be the case. So if the, like, release date of that game is coming too close, I'll probably be like, yeah, I'll just do it as quickly as possible, just reset until I get it. But for now, I don't really mind. For now, I just don't really mind. This is a really big floor, actually, thinking about it. I'm just gonna put some coins in here. Seems like a fun time. Gonna buy that battery. You got a lot of hearts today. I like that. A lot of hearts, a lot of bombs, a lot of keys. But should I throw away that hand? Probably, actually. I think I'm just gonna throw it away. I don't think there's really anything I want from this point. I've gotten pretty much all the interesting guppy pieces at this point, so there's really no reason to keep on to it. I guess I might keep this. Like, having a map would be pretty cool. I guess I might as well just rush to the end now. Just try to find my item rooms, and if there's just nothing there, then I'll just leave it at that. But if I find my item... Like, if I haven't found my item rooms, I'll just try and look for it. But other than that, I don't really have a reason to be safe anymore because, like, we got good enough items. I don't even want that heart. I'll just stick with what I got. I'll just stick with what I got right now. Good enough. There's a secret room there, but I can't go in because that room's weird. That room's weird with opening its secret roomy doors. I don't like it. I don't like how it closes up the way it does. I think if I could just clear that room properly, it'll just stay open, but I don't want to do things like that. I don't want to clear things. I don't want to kill enemies. I want to keep everyone alive. I want to start a new party with all of my enemy friends that currently are still very much misunderstanding my ideals. But one day they'll understand. Hey guys! I wonder why I never pick up the stopwatch. It's so rare. It never appears ever. It's an item that doesn't exist. People genuinely wonder why I don't like it. It appears way too frequently. Like, it really does. Just of every item in the game, it appears more frequent than any of them for what it seems. Like, maybe it's just because there's just so many shops as well. Like, you can get 1 to 2 items per shop, and you'll just end up getting, like, almost every item from the shop pool that way, just every single run, just because there's not that many items in the shop pool to begin with. And the stopwatch just has a pretty ridiculous chance of appearing, and it just appears every time. It appears every time. Every time. Maybe one day we'll actually get a run super bad and it won't actually appear that time, but until that point, it will just appear every single run forever, and that's why I don't take it, because I mean, we already know we're gonna win anyway. We don't need the stopwatch to make it even easier, and I like the music this way more. And that's a good enough reason for me. Where is my item room? I thought it was in this direction. Did I already find it? No. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm lost again. I've gotten myself lost once more. Oh no. Oh god. Did I get a bomb from a skull? Well, I guess I got a bomb for clearing a room. I would find it kind of amusing if I could get a bomb from a skull, though. That would be pretty rad. Very unexpected. Don't really know how that would work thematically, but maybe that skull was a pirate, and that's why he put a bomb inside his head. So when the East Indian Company was going to get him, he would be like, "Not today," and then he'd set fire to his head and explode. Oh my god, that would be amazing. Why isn't that a thing that happens with pirates that get captured? Maybe it even is. Maybe I'm just exploring what the pirates from back in the day did. They put bombs in their heads, and then that way the East Indian Trading Company wouldn't be able to capture them and force them to do things they didn't want to do. So yeah, look at that. We have figured out history right there, people. We've figured out history. And it's all thanks to my incredible genius. Go me. I mean, it's too good, isn't it? It's too good to just leave there. And there we go. Worth it. And just use the nail, and there we go. That's a lot of extra damage. There's a lot of extra speed. There's a lot of extra everything right there. A lot of extra everything. It's quite nice. It's a lot of money. Wowie. I think we might make it this time around, guys. I think we might just make it. We might not die this run. This run's gonna be okay. Unless we get the D4 and I use it and I re-roll my entire build because of it, and then all we get is like Tech 2 and nothing else. But we still need to find our item room, but it could happen, because if I find the D4, I'm going to use it. I'm going to be like, yo, I'm going to just change the whole game. But it's fairly unlikely. It doesn't really appear that often. We still haven't seen it, but it has only been a couple runs ago since we even unlocked it, so I guess there's that. I don't want Fate. Fate doesn't really do anything for us at this point. We've already got flying, and I don't want soul hearts, so it doesn't really help us in any way. It doesn't really assist our living situation. I'm opening a lot of locks by accident. I don't like it very much. But let's just kill a bunch of rooms real quick. Like, let's not even care about the damage we take. We're just going to take damage on purpose. Let's just take damage that we could have avoided if we had the stopwatch. That's what I'm going to plan. That's what I'm planning on doing this run. Just taking damage that could have only been avoided by playing the exact same way but having the stopwatch to survive. Because that seems like a thing that can be very easily proven by people that are stopwatch aficionados. And therefore, they will let me know if what I said was correct. Yes. Good. Rainbows. Hey, that's what I was hoping for. That's the one. Is this our bosses done? Yeah. Good. Alright, well, this run's pretty much over. How far are we? Oh, we're already here. I thought we were still in depths 1. I have very much lost my track of time during this run. And I have really no idea where we are. So, yeah. Good. I'm actually sort of tempted to take that shovel with me just to skip the room 1. Just to go through it as quickly as possible. What did I actually pick up? Did I pick up the Polaroid? I'm genuinely not paying attention to this run anymore because our build is ridiculous. So, like, it doesn't look as flashy as it possibly could look, but it's good enough to survive. I mean, that's very much obvious and true. Now it's even more ridiculous. Now we're dealing like 1.5 times more damage and plus some more damages. Like, the numbers on Cricket's head are pretty ridiculous. And he's pretty strong. I feel like I need to go up, but I'm going to go to the right. Because I don't believe in myself. And I believe I need to contradict myself that way. See? Told you it was the other direction. I did pick up the Polaroid. That or I got a shield for no reason, which is less likely and probably did not happen. Game's hard, guys. It's hard to like move. Also, that Blackheart stuff can actually like attack the hands before they're on screen, which I didn't know until I saw it in the stream once. And I probably have done it by accident once or twice, but I never actually did it consciously. But I might start doing that. It's pretty fun that it works like that. I don't know why I used the nail there. It just seems like a good idea. I had it active, like available for so long, I felt like I should use it. And for some reason, this room was like, yeah, awesome. Oh, a bloat. This is clearly a worse place to be using the nail, seeing as he died instantly. I'll take that. I probably should have picked up that heart container first, but I didn't, because I'm a big old Dumbo. We get like every damage up in the game at this point. It's kind of nice. I mean, sure, there's still a couple left, but we're getting a lot of them. We're getting a large quantity of them, and I like it. Let's just kill all these guys all quick, like, let's just rush. Rush, rush, as they say, back in 1980s song musics, where they say rush, rush repeatedly in a video song. Because that's what songs were called back then. They were called video songs. No one knew why. Because it's a lie. But just imagine if it wasn't a lie. That's another damage up, by the way. If it wasn't a lie, then, man, wouldn't your minds be blown? But I guess your minds would be more blown if I hadn't said that it was a lie. Although it might not be a lie. I don't know. I'm just saying words. And if I just keep saying random stuff, eventually I should probably stumble upon something that's actually true. So if you just filter through all of the nonsense that I say, which admittedly is a reasonable amount, then eventually you would find something, right? I don't remember what this gives you. Does this give you coins on this floor? No, it gives you a Bible. You know what? I'm just gonna turn on the Super Turbo cheats. That's what they're called. After all. We turned on Super Turbo cheats and used not the nail for that battle. Because I haven't done that in so long. We're really big right now, by the way, but still. Yeah, I haven't done that in so long. I finally got the opportunity right outside the boss room, so I was like, yeah. Because otherwise that boss is just too hard with the damage we're dealing right now. With the damage we're dealing right now, it just takes too long to kill anything, so definitely had to use the Bibble there. Definitely had to use the Bibble. It was my only choice, my only salvation. And you all know it to be true. And anyone that says otherwise is a big old stinky pants liar. That's what they are. Stinky pants liars. Not only are they lying, but their pants are extraordinarily stinky. And they know it. They're aware of it, but they just try to hide their shame of how stinky their pants currently are. And that's why they're just quickly trying to change the subject into me not being the greatest in the world. And they are terrible people because of it. And it's all because of their stinky pants. If their pants weren't so stinky, then they wouldn't have had to deal with all of these judgmental moments in their own lives, but here they are, smelling up the room. It's terrible affliction. Terrible. We're not even getting curses. There we go. Thanks, game. I was gonna say, like, we're not even getting curses. That's sort of amazing. Plus we got the contact limits. We no longer have scythes now, but they penetrate an enemy, so that's kind of cool. I'm gonna take this thing, why not? Why not? Because it's bad, I guess. But still, why not, right? Why not? There we go. Look, it did damage. It did a thing. It felt like the only boss that could possibly benefit from what we got right now. So there you go. Good stuff. Then it damaged us immediately afterwards, but it was during a boss that was going to give us a soul heart anyway, so it doesn't matter. We mostly benefited from that situation. Mostly benefited. Ah, we went in the wrong direction. That's okay, though. We don't need right directions. We just need to follow our hearts. We just need to follow our hearts. That's some Dead Sea Scrolls right there. I need to watch out with that fly. Like, I need to be aware that corners are scary, but sometimes he goes down instead of up, and I don't actually know why he sometimes goes down and why he sometimes goes up instead. I don't know what the logic behind that is. But there probably is some logic behind it somewhere along the line, I imagine. Imagine someone programmed that thing to, like, go in a direction sometimes. That's another damage up, by the way. In case you weren't aware. I mean, it says so on screen, so you probably were, but it was another damage up. We are getting close to actually getting all of them. I'm actually trying to think which ones we have. Like, there's like Stigmata, I guess. We haven't gotten Stigmata yet, and not that one, but those are both like health, like damage ups that are also health ups. So I don't want those. And that's my excuse. That's my excuse. All right, Pin, you and me, or you 3 times, I guess, but it didn't really make a difference because they all flew into my flies, and then they were dead. Boop. I moved that bomb with my body and thus lived. And then he flew into my flies and thus died. It was a great story of how war can be ended if you have enough flies at your disposal. Because they'll just eat the other people. And then you don't have to worry about them anymore. Because they have been eaten by flies. And people that are eaten by flies generally don't cause that much warfare anymore. Because they're eaten by flies. And are therefore, I mean, they are all over the place at that point, I suppose. Due to their quantity being increased by being in flies. Although I guess I don't know what how big a fly's stomach would be, because I imagine it would be quite small, and you'd probably need a fairly large amount of flies before you'd be able to eat an entire person. And I don't know how many flies you would have to eat an entire person, and if you did eat an entire person that way, would they technically be stronger because there are so many flies at that point? I mean, I know that when you get eaten, you probably don't become the swarm of flies, unless Diablo is to be believed, because I'm pretty sure that's how it worked in that game, because there were a lot of enemies that were just swarms of bees in that game, and I'm still not quite sure how that works. I'm still not quite sure how they were capable of allying with a large swarm of flies, but that's how enemies in Diablo just went on their way. They were just like, yeah, this is our swarm of bees, and not to be trifled with, I guess. And it's like, alright, fair enough, demon. I'll take that, I guess. And I'm still not really sure how that works. I'm actually quite lost. Like, this is why Curse of the Lost is called what it is. Because I genuinely have no idea where I'm going. I genuinely have no idea. I probably actually saw my boss room already, but I just forgot about it. Did I go right yet? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I'm actually not sure. I think I just missed the door somewhere in my peripheral vision. And it's hiding from me right now, and I don't like it. So, if you too don't like doors, then please comment. 7598443 X GG X GG X GGL M and then the Omega symbol. And then I will know that you too will do whatever I just said. So good. Am I just blind? Like, am I actually blind? I think I might actually be blind. I think I'm without vision, because I'm not seeing doors where I'm going. I'm not actually seeing doors anywhere. It is worth mentioning that Curse of the Lost actually adds more rooms to a floor as well, alongside of making your map not be there anymore. So maybe that's the reason why. Hey, we found the place. I just never went down here. Indeed, I was actually blind. Pyromaniac, haven't had that one in a while. Plus, it makes that big fly not so scary anymore, so that's also kind of nice. He might heal us from time to time if we had red hearts. He would have definitely damaged us there if we didn't have Pyromaniac, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, it's kind of nice. I wish we had more colorful tears. Our tears aren't very colorful right now. They're all just like sort of light bluish, and it's not that exciting. I'm not overly excited. Empress, Blackheart. And can we get one more key to open that singular chest? No! Oh, what shame. What shame. Use that Empress card, which basically does nothing. Also, we have shielded tears that go through his tears, so yeah. Good job, Blue Baby. You definitely tried. Look at how scary we are. Look at how scary we are right now. With a cat's tail. Let's actually get out of the room and go in it again. See if we're... Are we... No, it's still kind of scary. But are we as scary? I don't know. Hang on. I need to make myself just a little bit less scary first. I'm too late. I can't be about to walk all the way back. I know there's like a band-aid out there that can give me health, but I'm done. I'm done with this run. And I bet you guys are too. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope to see you guys next time. And we will hopefully get... the remaining 4 items, which is Dad's Keep, which is the missing number, which is a D4. And something else too. I don't know what the last item actually is. But well, I'll remember one day. It's that one, that big question mark right there next to the sheep, the whoop, and the pentagram. Is what it is. Or it's the one over there. Or it's one of those two. You'll find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.